everybody, and welcome to this morning's lesson focusing on grammar every morning at 8:45. And today we look at the topic of the present tense. This is interesting and it's from level beginners, but we move to intermediate and advanced as well. Welcome to everybody visiting again and watching again. Thank you for joining, and welcome to anybody who is new joining this lesson today. My concept, my idea for this project is to teach for free. Since the beginning of the pandemic, this was a way for me to teach online, and I have continued in this way. But I will need your support. So if you are a business, if you are an organization, a charity, and you want to support me, please contact me and I can organize some information about supporting me. And if you are a student, you are welcome to support me as well with the information on my Facebook page. Great, so let's begin. Here you can see the page that we are using, and we are specifically focusing on the British Council website. So the British Council website is excellent for English, and every day we are looking at a particular topic, and today we focus on the present tense. So yesterday we looked at a different topic in the section of verbs. Yesterday was the verb to be, and today we continue with the topic of verbs in relation to the present tense in general. So as always, first I read the theory, try to explain the lesson, and then we have some exercises to practice as well. So let's begin. Also, subtitles are available on Facebook. You can select the option for subtitles, and that makes it easier for you as well. If you have a question during the lesson, please put your question in the Facebook comment section in the Facebook chat. It's a great opportunity to interact. It's a great opportunity to ask a question, and please put your comment in the Facebook chat. For example, I will start here and I will show you how to begin the chat. So I will just say hello everybody, and of course people are welcome to leave your comment here as well if you have anything to say. Okay, let's begin. The present tense. Learn about the different present tense forms, all the different forms: the present simple, the present continuous, and the present perfect. So there are three very important verbal tense forms for the present tense: present simple, present continuous, and present perfect. Okay, and also in this page we can do exercises to practice the theory as well. So this is level intermediate, and this is very interesting because in English there are two tenses only in English, and this is new for me. So there's only the past tense and the present tense. I am surprised because the future. So to create the future is a little different. The future is probably considered the modal. The verb form will is considered a modal form. And this really is how we express the future, with the verb form will go. But technically it's a modal verb. And other ways to express the future are in the present tense. So this is amazing, and it's a bit curious and it's a bit interesting to understand. So for example, the present tense is used to talk about the present and to talk about the future. So when you want to speak about the future, frequently we use the present tense, and the modal verb will is more general: will go, will eat, etc. Here are the four present tense forms. Present simple, using the verb to work. I work, present simple. You work, he works, she works, it works, we work, you work, they work. That's the present simple. Okay. Obviously, there are many different verbs you can conjugate in the present simple, but for this example, it is just the verb to work. Present continuous, subject, auxiliary, extra verb to be, I am, working, ing form, or the gerund. This is the present continuous. I am working, something you are doing continuously in the present. This is the construction and the formula. Subject, auxiliary verb to be, and the ing form, I am working. Next, we have the idea of the present perfect. What is the present perfect? The present perfect is a period of time that started in the past. It's probably completed and finished, but the consequences are very relevant for now. This is considered the present perfect. It's very typical with the word since. I have worked since 8 o'clock. So the word since is very typically combined with the present perfect, but not always. So this is an example to create the present perfect. The formula is the subject, the extra auxiliary verb have, plus the participle of the verb. And the participle of the verb is worked, the auxiliary is have, and the subject is I. I have worked. This is a period in the past. It's finished, but it's very relevant, and the consequences are relevant to now. That's the idea of the present perfect. The past perfect is different. The past perfect is definitely finished and usually before another action in the past simple. That's the difference between the past perfect and the present perfect. Also, in the past perfect, the auxiliary extra verb have is in the past. Therefore, the past perfect of this form is I had worked before I changed my job. Okay? That is the present perfect and the past perfect and the present continuous and the present simple. Next, we have the present perfect continuous. Very technical explanation, very difficult really to understand, but basically the present perfect, if you remember, I have worked, and in this form the auxiliary is the verb to be, because to create the continuous we need the auxiliary to be and the ing. However, the auxiliary to be is in the present perfect form, and that's possible, that's fine. In the present continuous, the auxiliary to be is in the present simple form. So that's the difference, and this is obviously a little more complicated, but it's very interesting and very advanced and very good quality English and important to know. So we can create many different examples. I have been eating, I have been talking, I have been drinking. It's something that started in the past. It continues practically in the present. That's the present perfect continuous. Okay, so they are 4 very important forms of the present tense in English using the verb to work. Next, it's possible to use all the 4 to talk about the present naturally. So when we speak about the present, the 4 simple, continuous, present perfect continuous are all possible to speak about the present. For example, London is the capital of Britain. This is the present simple, the present simple. London is the capital of Britain. It's the present. He, the man, he or she works, the present simple. Conjugation is the third person has the S. He works, she works. So this is the present simple. At McDonald's location. He works at McDonald's. Present simple. Next, he is working at McDonald's. Subject, he. Auxiliary verb to be in the present, he is. ing form becoming working, the gerund, he is working. This is an example of the present continuous, something you are doing continuously in the present period. At McDonald's, specific location, preposition, at McDonald's. So the first example is the present simple, second example, present simple, third example, present continuous, fourth example, we have the subject, the auxiliary verb to have, plus the participle form of the verb work, becoming worked. So the formula with the auxiliary have and the participle is known as the perfect, and this auxiliary is in the present, therefore it's the present perfect. Something that started in the past, it's finished, but is very relevant, and the consequences are connected to the present. Yes. So he has worked there for 3 months now. That's the present perfect. The final fourth example is has been working. So this is the auxiliary verb to be in the form of the present perfect plus the ing form. And the sentence is he has been working there for 3 months now. Technically, the name of this tense is the present perfect continuous. This is the fourth tense possible for the present. And that's the most advanced. So very, very important. 4 examples of different forms to express the present tense. Next, it's possible to use the same 4 tenses, present simple, present continuous, present perfect continuous. It's possible to use them to talk about the future. And this is amazing because it's the present form, but we speak about the future. For example, let's look at the first sentence. The next train leaves this evening at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. This is the present form, present simple. The next train leaves this evening at 5 p.m. This is speaking about the future, but the form is the present, and obviously this is important. The other way to express this sentence is the modal verb will. The next train will leave this evening at 5 p.m. and that is perfect as well. So that is 2 possible ways to express the future, in the present form or the modal will. Very interesting. Next, I will phone you when I get home. So the first verb is phone, and it's with the modal will to express the future. I will phone you when I get home. The verb to get is flexible with different significances, and one significance is to arrive. I get to the cinema, I get to the shopping center, I get home, I arrive home. This is the present simple form, but we speak about the future, and that's very interesting and very important. I will phone you when I get home. We are speaking about the future. Next, he is meeting Peter in town this afternoon. Subject, he. Auxiliary verb to be in the present, he is, plus the ing form, gerund. This formula, the verb to be and ing, is the present continuous. He is meeting Peter in town this afternoon. This sentence is expressing the future, even though it's in the present continuous form. And that's very tricky to understand, but this is the rule in English, and it's necessary to remember, especially for intermediate and advanced English. So this is the present continuous, but we are referring to the future. We are speaking about the future. I will come home as soon as I have finished work. Again, the verb to come is used with the modal will, and this is the most typical way to express the future. I will come home as soon as I have finished work. So this is the present perfect. You remember the creation is the auxiliary have plus the participle have finished work, and this is the present perfect, but we are speaking about the future. Okay, so I will come home as soon as I have finished work. Interesting. The next final example: you will be tired out after you have been working all night. So subject you, the verb is to be with the modal will. That's the general way to express the future. You will be. Adjective, tired. This is a phrasal verb. Tired out means completely tired. After you have been working all night. Subject is you. The auxiliary is the verb to be in the present perfect form plus the ing. Therefore, this is the present perfect continuous, but we are expressing the future. And that's very interesting. That's the most important lesson today. It's possible to use the present perfect to speak about the future. That is amazing. That's the most important information from today's lesson. I recommend you review this page. I recommend you study this page yourself, and hopefully my video can help a little in this way. Let us try the exercise. So here is the exercise. Look at the present tense verbs in the sentences, and what time do they refer to, the present or the future? So this is a very good exercise. In this sentence, are we speaking about the present or are we speaking about the future, specifically with the present form? Okay, and on Facebook, it's a good opportunity for you to put your answer on the Facebook chat, and that's possible to do as well. So perfect. And Ploy, good morning. Thank you for commenting, and I hope that you are enjoying the lesson. So let's begin with this interactive exercise. Subject, we. Modal for recommendation and advice, should. Recommendation, advice, we should go. After modal, we have the infinitive, no to. We should go soon. Adverb, very, very soon. Our, bus, so this is the possessive adjective, our. The bus is the noun. The pronunciation is important because in Ireland, sometimes the pronunciation is bus, but more phonetically correct would be bus. So last is the adjective, our last bus. Leaves, the verb to leave, similar to depart, at midnight. This verb leave, are we speaking about the present or we're speaking about the future? What do you think? I think we're speaking about the future because the bus is still here, but the bus will leave in the future. So for me, it's the present form, but we are referring to the future, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Let's move to the next question. I am having a party this weekend. Would you like to come? Subject, I. Auxiliary verb to be. ing form, having. I am having. Present continuous. This form is the present continuous. The auxiliary verb to be plus the ing. Object, a party. When? This evening, this weekend. Would you like to come? Is this the present or is this the future? Technically, I think it's the present because you're having the party at the moment and you're preparing, but really it's the present form of the verb, but we are expressing the future, I think. So in this case, this weekend is the future. So we are speaking about expressing yourself in the future using the present continuous form. That concept is a little difficult, but I think that is the second correct answer. Let's continue to the question 3. Phillips, so this is a mistake, it should be a small s. Philip is having, well, sorry, it's the capital letter because it's the question. Problems with his car again. So Philip is having problems with his car again. Yes, it's the present continuous form, but are we speaking about the present or we're speaking about the future? What do you think? Philip is having problems with his car again. For me, I think it's the present because Philip has the problems at the moment. So Philip is having problems with his car again now. And that's interesting. And I think that's the present expression. Next. Excuse me. We can celebrate when we've won the match, not before. So subject we can is the modal. Celebrate is the next verb. Can is for ability and permission. So we have the permission to celebrate when subject we have won. The auxiliary have plus the participle won. This is the present perfect. The match, the game, not before. So have won is the present perfect form in the present, but is this sentence expressing the present or this sentence is expressing the future? And not before is the key. So clearly this sentence is speaking about the future. And that's amazing because it's the present perfect form, but we are speaking about the future. And this is a very important lesson today. It's very fluent and you probably need to review this and research this subject yourself as well to be clear, because it's very important and very interesting. Questions. If you have a question in the chat, I'm going to open this chat in a different window to make it easier, and hopefully the comments will be easy to make in this section. So if you have a comment, you can leave your comment during the lesson and I will be able to see this comment at any moment. So let me put that, maybe it's too big. I need to put this in a position that's possible to see. Let me see, is that better? Not really. Okay, I'll leave it. Let me put it here. And if you have a comment, leave your comment as well. That's not in a good position, I don't think. Okay, I'll have to put it in the bottom corner again. But if you have a comment, leave your comment and I can see your questions here, and that's better, I think. Next question. Let's move to the next question. You look a bit sad today. Is anything the matter? So matter means problem. What is the problem? Is there a problem? What is the issue? Is there an issue? Is there a problem? Okay, so subject, you. The verb to look, you appear. And this is the present simple. Sad, adjective, a bit, just a little. You look a bit sad today. Is anything the matter? So this is the present simple. But are we expressing the present or we are expressing the future in this example? Today is clearly the present. So this sentence is expressing the present, I think, and maybe you have a different opinion, but in my opinion, it's definitely the present tense. 3 more. My parents have lived in Spain for the last 15 years. Subject, my parents. Verb, live, plus the auxiliary, have. Have is the auxiliary and live is the participle. This is the present perfect. In Spain for the last 15 years. Are we speaking about the present or we are speaking about the future? For me, it's very clear in this example as well. And I think this is speaking about the present. because it's the present perfect. They started to live in Spain a long time ago. It's finished, but it's definitely related to the present. The consequences continue in the present, and this is the present perfect in the correct manner. So I think this is the present, and maybe you have a different opinion. And again, the comment, no comments as well. So I just want to keep an eye on the chat here, and that is my intention. Okay, let's move to the next question, if I can. Yes, next question. I won't let you stop until you've been exercising for at least half an hour. Very particular. Example, very tricky. Subject I. The verb to permit or to let or to allow. And in the negative, I will not let you. This is the modal in the future, will, in the negative. I will not let you stop. I won't permit, I won't allow you stop until subject you have been exercising for at least half an hour. You is the subject, have been is the auxiliary in the verb to be, in the present perfect, auxiliary, plus the ing form. So this is the present perfect continuous, and the preposition for at least half an hour. Is this the present or this is the future? For me, it's clear because the first part is the future. I will not let you in the future stop until a time in the future you have been exercising for at least half an hour. This is the present perfect continuous, but we are speaking about the future. And the last question, I might have a lot of mistakes. There's definitely the possibility I have mistakes, but let us see here the option. Deborah has been sleeping for nearly 24 hours. So Deborah is the subject, Deborah is the person, has been sleeping is the verbal form. We have the auxiliary, has been, this is the verb to be in the present perfect, plus the ing form. So she has been sleeping, the present perfect continuous, for nearly 24 hours. Is this the present or this is the future? This is, in my opinion, I have the answer. What do you think? And I don't know if you have a comment, if you want to say anything. So Paninda, good afternoon for you, and thank you for commenting as well. And I hope that you are enjoying the lesson. So this one, I think, is definitely the present. Okay, so she started sleeping in the past and she continues to sleep now. So I think this is a good example of the present tense. I might have some mistakes. Definitely I might have some errors, but let us check the answers here and we can finish. And everything is good. 8 from 8. Well done. That's really good. So we continue. The second exercise is just repetition, and I recommend you practice this exercise yourself later in the day. Next, level advanced, speaking about the present tense. We can use the present form to talk about the past. This is amazing. The present is possible to speak about the future, the present, and the past. To speak about the past, specifically when we are telling a story. So when we are telling a story, we use the present simple or the present form. Remember the 4 possible forms in the present. When we are telling a story, this can refer to the past. Let's look. Well, it's a lovely day and I'm just walking down the street when I see this funny guy walking towards me. Obviously, he has been drinking because he's moving from side to side. So this is telling a story. And the verbal tense are in the present forms, even though we are speaking about the past. This is advanced. It's a little difficult to understand, maybe, but let's keep the open mind for this particular lesson. So again, it is a lovely day is the present, but you're telling a story from the past, and I am just walking down the street. Again, the present continuous, but you're speaking about the story in the past. When I see, again, present simple, but we're referring to the past. This funny guy, this funny man, person walking towards me. Obviously, he has been drinking. This is the auxiliary verb to be in the present perfect, plus the ing, that's the present perfect continuous. Normally in the present sense, but we are explaining the story in the past. Because he is moving from side to side, and this is the present continuous form in the story in the past, even though the tense is in the present. Okay, the second possibility, the second possible time we can use the present form to speak about the past when we are summarizing something we have read, heard, or seen. Again, very advanced. But the second time in English we can use the present forms to speak about the past is when we are summarizing something we have heard, read, or seen. For example, I love Ian Rankin's novels. This is the present. That's okay. He writes about this detective called Rebus. Rebus lives in Edinburgh and he's a brilliant detective. So this is the present, but we're summarizing the story. And that's the second advanced possible way to use the present in the past form. And he's a brilliant detective. So he is a brilliant detective, but it's describing the story in the past. But he's always getting into trouble. He's always arriving into trouble, into difficulty. In one book, he gets suspended. He becomes suspended, and they tell him, present simple, to stop working on the case, but he takes no notice. Okay, let's try this exercise. And this exercise is very interesting. We need to read the joke and answer the question. So the question is at the bottom, is this the present tense, the present continuous, or the present perfect? Okay, and it's a long joke, and let's read together. Okay, if you have a question, put the question in the chat. And again, Paninda, thank you for your comment, and I hope that you are understanding the lesson. So let's read. Which present tense does the frog use at the end of the joke? So this is the question. Which present tense, present simple, present continuous, present perfect continuous, does the frog use at the end of the joke? A librarian is working at her desk. So this is the present continuous. At her desk when she notices that a chicken has come into the library and is waiting to be served. So a librarian is the person, she's working at her desk, and then she realizes that a chicken has entered the building looking to be served, to ask a question. When the chicken sees that it has got the librarian's attention, so when the chicken notices the interaction, it says book, 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 book. So the librarian gives the chicken a couple of books, and the chicken takes the books and runs out of the library very quickly. The next day, the chicken comes back, the chicken returns, and again says book, 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 book. So the librarian gives the chicken a few more books. And again, the chicken grabs them and escapes and runs away. The third day, the chicken comes back again and says book, 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 book on the third day. Now, the librarian has been thinking a lot about the strange, unusual situation and strange chicken, and she's decided, present perfect, to find out what's happening, what's going on. So after she has given present perfect the chicken some more books, she waits for it to leave and then follows the chicken out of the library. The librarian follows the chicken through the car park, down the street, and into a big park. After a few minutes, the chicken reaches a lake in the middle of the park. Next to the lake, there is a small, angry-looking frog. The chicken shows the books to the frog, and the frog, looking at the books one by one, shakes his head and says, "Read it, read it, read it." So this "read it" sounds like the natural sound the frog makes. So the question is, what is the present tense form that the frog is using in the last part? So I think "read it" is the imperative, it's the order, instruction, read it, and this is the present simple. But I think we're referring to the future. Well, it's basically the present tense. I think just at the end, read it, read it, read it. I think that's the answer. Let's check the answer. No. So the answer is the present tense. No, the answer is the present perfect. Shakes his head. I don't know where the present perfect is at the end here. Anyway, so that's the joke. It's a long joke and it's a bit difficult. So that's everything for today, I think. That is most of the information from the lesson today. Next, tomorrow, we move to, I think, the future tense. So today was the present tense, and tomorrow we move to the past tense. And every day we'll do a different topic. So today is the present tense, tomorrow is the past tense, and the next day is the perfect tense aspect, continuous, modal, active and passive, infinitives, ing, the present, the past, the future, and conditionals as well. And finally, the lexical verbs like have, make, take, give, go, and do. So they are the plans for the next week. So just to summarize and to recap, today we looked at the different forms, the 4 different ways to create the present tense. The present simple, present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous. Remember, in English, there is only the present tense and the past tense. When we speak about the future, we use the modal will. It's a modal form. Or we can use the present tense also to speak about the future. Also, we can use these verbs forms in the present to speak about the past and also to speak about the future. Okay, and sorry, to speak about the present and the future. And then we had the exercise. Then we move to level advanced. When we are telling a story, it's possible to use the present forms speaking about the past when you are telling a story. That's the first advanced rule from today's lesson. And the second rule is when we are summarizing something we have heard, read, or seen, it's possible to use the present tense forms to speak about the past. And then we had the exercises as well. So that is everything for today. Interesting. Now, if you have a question, you can put your comment here. So thank you, crew ma'am, and thank you everybody. Now is the opportunity. If you have a question, a comment, I will put here any questions, and this is the opportunity to interact or to chat as well. So now I will dedicate time to the comments and to the chat. So if you want to ask a question, please put your question here now and give me your opinion, give me your feedback. Is the lesson good? Is the lesson easy? Do you understand the lesson? And please put your comment in the chat here if you want. Okay, remember my contact. If you want to contact me on social media, you can join Instagram. And on Instagram, sorry, I'm just trying to make this a bit better. On Instagram, my name is @melioringles, and TikTok, so crew, thank you so much. And I'm happy that you understand. On YouTube, you can join the channel here. On Pinterest, I have the option here. And on WhatsApp, that's all the contact information if you want to join there. Everything is free, but if people want to put a donation or a subscription, you're welcome to support me using the bank information or using PayPal as well. And that's a possible way to support me if you want. And I think that's everything. So perfect. Thank you, crew. And thank you for your comment. And I'm happy that you understand as well. So thank you, everybody. I think that's all for today. And again, if you have a question, now is the opportunity to ask a question or to leave a comment if you want. So I don't see anything at the moment. I'll give you another minute. And finally, my schedule for the week is here. So this is my plan for the week. And I have different lessons every day. You can see this information on my Facebook page as well. So little by little, we try to do different lessons and to improve as well. And that's the plan. Great. So thank you so much. Have a good day. And I hope that you enjoy your Thursday. And keep in contact, and hopefully you can enjoy my lessons as well. Finally, if you are a business and if you are a company and you want to support me, you want to advertise during my lesson, you can contact me with your company information. I can put your information on the screen with any extra information and speak about your company, and that's a possible way to support me as well if you want. Great, thank you so much, and crew, thank you so much as well. I appreciate it. Have a good day, everybody, and hopefully I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.